Hello and welcome back to Demystifying Agriculture, your go-to channel for all things agriculture. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of catfish rearing. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or just starting out, this comprehensive guide will equip you with everything you need to know to succeed in catfish farming. Before we get started, let's understand why catfish farming is so lucrative. Catfish is one of the most popular and high-demand freshwater fish species globally, making it a profitable venture. For farmers, with proper management and care, catfish farming can yield significant returns. First things first, let's talk about setting up your catfish farm. Whether you're using outdoor ponds or indoor tanks, ensure you have sufficient space and access to freshwater sources. Proper water quality is essential for the health and growth of your catfish. Feeding your catfish with high-quality feed is crucial for optimal growth and development. Choose feeds with the right protein content and nutritional balance to meet the dietary needs of your catfish at different growth stages. When it comes to handling your catfish, proper care and management are key. Monitor water temperature, pH levels, and oxygen levels regularly to maintain optimal conditions for your catfish. Handle your catfish with care during feeding and harvesting to minimize stress and ensure their well-being. Let's talk about harvesting your catfish. Harvest your catfish when they reach the desired size and wait for marketability. Use appropriate harvesting techniques to minimize stress and ensure the quality of your fish. I would advise that when you want to start your farm, do not start with fishes that can eat less than 2 millimeters, because the smaller the fishes are, the more expensive they are to maintain, and feeding them is a bit more expensive and risky. As the smaller they are, the more risk you will have to take to get them to a size where they are tardy enough to protect themselves. The less risk you have to take at the beginning, the better your odds of getting good experiences from the start. When you want to start and you visit your hatchery to get your first stock, please don't buy something too tiny. You need to buy the feed that the fry needs less than 2 millimeters for their feed. To put in your pond, request to whoever is supplying that you want fish that can use a 2 or 3 millimeters to feed them from the start. Remember also that catfishes can be cannibals, so always remember not to put big fishes inside the same pond with small ones, because as they become bigger, the larger ones will start feeding on the small ones. This is why you should never put catfish of different sizes, even if some are just a little bit bigger. Even if it's juvenile, do not put them together with your fingerlings. You need something in uniform. If it is juvenile you are putting, then put juvenile all through. Don't put something bigger than juvenile in the same pond. Let me reiterate, if even one is bigger than the remaining ones, don't put it with other smaller ones, because it will eat the other smaller fish. Don't put something bigger than juvenile in the same pond. Let me reiterate, if even one is bigger than the remaining ones, don't put it with other smaller ones, because it will eat the other smaller fish. To reduce your risk, when starting a fish farm, start with juvenile fishes that are uniform, and if it is fingerlings or super fingerlings, make sure your fingerlings or super fingerless are uniform. If super fingerlings, make it only that, and if it is juvenile, put only juvenile. Don't buy juvenile and put them with post-juvenile. If it's 10,000 juveniles, you put in the pond with post-juvenile. The post-juvenile will finish all of them. No matter how well you feed them, don't expect to get the same number you put in out, but with uniform fishes, the cannibalism will reduce. Disease prevention is another critical aspect of catfish farming. Implement biosecurity measures to prevent the introduction and spread of diseases in your farm. Quarantine new fish before introducing them to your existing stock, and monitor for any signs of illness regularly. Even though we do not advise new farmers to go into hatching, it is right to show you how it is done when you want to do that. The process can be risky sometimes, because even people who have been doing it for some time find that they lose their batch sometimes. So, let us get into it. Some people do this artificially, by removing the eggs from the female and then killing the male, to extract the semen to fertilize the eggs. Some use hormones to make both the females ready to lay eggs and then the males to readily fertilize the eggs, and sometimes a mixture of the two can be used. All of this after they have been injected, of course. You will wait for 8 hours before they are placed in the spawning tank, because after injection, you should not mix them with the males, because the males become very aggressive, so first allow them to mellow out before putting them together, injecting 0.4 milliliters into the pregnant female and 0.2 milliliters into the male catfish, and they will become enticed to breed. This fish hormone is easily available from vets and online. You can just buy this easily. You can also invite a vet to help you do this the first couple of times and keep an eye on it, so you can do it thereafter yourself. This particular method of breeding we are using today is natural, as it is not necessary to kill the male catfish, but of course, the hormone is injected to induce the female catfish to lay their eggs. You first start by catching the female to be injected with this overfish hormone. We are set to breed. A spawning tank is needed, which has to be prepared inside, which the fish will be allowed to lay its eggs. A soft net that acts as a catcher for the eggs is used so that the eggs can be moved from the spawning tank to another to take care of the fry, because at this stage, they are very delicate at the age of between 1 to 10 days old. As any mistake, and they will all die. So the process of ribbing the fry is actually a tedious task, as they have to be monitored the pH level of the water. It is important to maintain a pH level of 6 to 6.5. Also, the kind of food that will be given has to be very carefully selected and could be live food, because at this stage the commercial pellet might not be easy for them to digest, nor will they EVU selected. As you can see here, they are the most pregnant and ready to breed. We are doing massive breeding in this system here. They will be made to lay their eggs inside a shallow tank that has been selected. In these case, it is just a simple tank that anyone can afford. This is just made of wood and a tarp, and then you put the new water with this egg collector and then let them lay their eggs, and after 4 to 7 days you will see that the baby catfish will freely swim and they are very healthy, and that's the time that you will start introducing the live food to the fries. Of course, you have to get the number of females that will be commensurate with the number of fingerlings you target, as creating too many is both a waste of time and resources. Thousands of eggs can be laid by one female, and you may get more than enough with just 3 female breeders, as long as you can raise all the fries and keep them alive. Of course, if you maintain them in a concrete tank with the correct filtration system, then your young catfish will thrive and they will grow, and you will be able to produce massively of this kind of fish. And there you have it, folks. Farmer. Catfish farming offers an excellent opportunity for sustainable income and food production. Finally, this is how far we will go with this video today. I hope that you will continue to like and support our videos, as we will be uploading more videos soon and regularly. And if it is your first time to stumble upon this channel, and you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Demystifying Agriculture for more informative content on agriculture and farming practices. Until next time, happy farming!